commonly used point of view in literature is the second person point of view. Although second person point of view is never appropriate for academic essays, there are occasional times when it has some value. For example, when a character in the story is speaking to themselves, or when a character is giving directions, second person works well. Second person point of view is characterized by the pronouns you, yours, yourself, yourselves, and can be found in Choose Your Own Adventure books, where you, the reader, become the protagonist. Also, second person point of view can be found in video games, self-help books, and directions. Let's take a quick look at some examples of second person writing. Always obey your parents when they are present. This is the best policy in the long run, because if you don't, they will make you. Most parents think they know better than you do, and you can generally make more by humoring that superstition than you can by acting on your own better judgment. This passage is from a speech written by the brilliant Mark Twain that he titled Advice to Youth, and it contains a set of humorous directions to help young people succeed. Note the use of the pronouns you and your. Here's another example. When it is clear weather, you don't need to pitch your tent if you are only stopping for the night. Drive 4 stakes at the head of your made-up bed and drape your mosquito bar over that. Then you can sleep like a log and laugh at the mosquitoes. This passage is from an article titled Camping Out, written by Ernest Hemingway for a newspaper in the 1920s. Again, note that the piece is also a set of directions, and there is even a brief humorous moment at the end. Second person point of view can also be used at times to create a certain urgency. One of the most famous statements ever made by a United States president was one made by our 35th president, John F. Kennedy, who said, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." By using second person point of view, President Kennedy knew the people who heard or read the speech would feel like he was speaking directly to them. And because of this, they would feel an urgency to do what he was asking them to do. One more way we see second person point of view make its way into literature is when a character speaks to him or herself. Okay, you can do this. You already passed the written part of the test. Now, put on your seatbelt, stick the key into the ignition, check your mirrors, put on your turn signal, take a deep breath, and drive the car. In this passage, someone is taking a driving test to get their driver's license, and they're trying to convince themselves that they can do it. Even in this example, we see a set of directions. Also, in writing like this, the character might not even be saying this stuff out loud. Instead, it might come from a thought they had that the writer lets us hear. Although there are times when second person point of view is used, those times are indeed rare. But when it is appropriate to use second person point of view, it can be especially effective. Let's review. Question number 1. True or false? It is appropriate to use second person point of view as the primary point of view in academic essays. The answer is false. Although there are rare instances when second person point of view has value, it is never appropriate to use second person point of view as the primary point of view in an academic essay. Question number 2. What pronouns are associated with second person point of view? Is it A, he, she, they, them, B, I, me, mine, myself, C, you, yours, yourself, yourselves, or D, we, us, ours, ourselves? The answer is C. You, yours, yourself, and yourselves are the pronouns associated with second person point of view. Question number 3. In which of the following examples could it be appropriate or effective to use second-person point of view? Is it A, in romantic and adventure stories, B, in directions or when characters are speaking to themselves, or C, in academic essays? The answer is B. Although second-person point of view is rarely used in literature, it can be an effective tool for writing directions or when characters are speaking to themselves in a story.